Okay, hi, good, and welcome to San Diego Integral. Happy New Year. I wanted to introduce Lynn Fuentes, who's our presenter for our January 8th meeting in 2022. And I want to invite Lynn to give us a little insight on what she's going to talk about in terms of the illness, aging, and how it can be a gift to us.
Yeah, okay. Well, I've been involved with mostly chronic illness for a long, long time. And now, because it's been a long time, I'm also involved with aging. So those two topics are very much present to my life. My son got sick in 1986 and has continued so. So I've been a caregiver for a long, long time. Other members of my family were ill. I taught a program at DePaul University. I created a space for students with chronic illness. And I've been on the boards of a bunch of organizations. So I've had a lot of connection to illness in my life in general. And then I discovered integral theory, and that was in 93, I think. And it seemed like a phenomenal way to get a hold on something that was so massively complicated. So I started getting involved with that and finding ways to help myself. And then as a result of being asked to do an integral module on integral life, I started turning this into something a little more formal and started thinking more deeply, I suppose, and offering courses and things like that. So I've come to a place for myself where I do see illness, aging, all of disability, all of those things that we have such a negative view of as really opportunities for growth. And so that's what I attempt to put forward, my perspective.
Okay, and you've experienced some of that, some of the growth.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, in that amount of time, I've grown. And I think one of the key things for growth is to be open to it and to have a kind of an evolutionary mindset that comes from integral. So it's helped me enormously. I hold the whole experience with a lot more peace and I guess less trauma. I mean, Ken's idea, hurts more, bothers you less, that's I think fits very well. It's not that suffering goes away, your own or other people's, and it's not that it's not hard to live with that, but I think we can make more of it. We can see it as a progression. In some ways, thinking of aging, one of the great spiritual truths is letting go, and aging, as a lot of us in the integral world notice, we're continually having to let go of things we could do, relationships, capacities, all kinds of things like that. And so it's great training in developing and growing.
Right. So you answered my question, my one question I was going to ask you about what got you into this. The other question I have is, so some people are going to say, well, I don't have illness, or I'm not, I'm not an older person yet. How would this be of value to me?
Well, yeah, I think that's a great question. First of all, you will be, one day, if you're lucky, if you don't get taken out by the proverbial bus, we all go through some kinds of situation like this. So we will come along. But I doubt there's anybody out there who doesn't know somebody who is ill, whether it's a family member, a parent, a colleague at work, something like that. And I think that illness is actually a gift to all of us, is a workshop for all of us, because if it's not our personal experiences, how do we relate to people in this circumstance? And a lot of times people run away. They don't know how to be with somebody who's suffering in some way, whether it's through physical pain or some sort of mental illness or something like that. So I think learning to be learning to be present to these difficult conditions helps us grow, whether we're in them or not. So I think we can see other people as our training ground in some way.
Okay, good. And I've often said that we're all just like one insect bite away, one bad decision away from being in a health issue. So
Yeah. So true. I mean, absolutely true. Well, I got sick myself 2 years ago, and I was honestly, after having spent all these years in this field, I was shocked. I thought, oh my God, I thought it was invincible. And here I know I'm not invincible, but when it hits home, it's a surprise.
Okay. Well, thank you, Lynn. We look forward to seeing you and hearing your program, and we'll ask you some more questions and get our audience engaged. And we're happy you could be with us, and see you on Saturday.
Yeah, thanks, Eloy. Thanks for inviting me, and I look forward to seeing whoever comes.